Hey, this is Matt once again. What about to the video is a paid request this time for Lucas. Thank you so much for that, and for those interested in requesting any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both things are down below in the info box. And this is for another episode of What's New Scooby-Doo called A Scooby-Doo Halloween, which this was a bit tougher to find, but I'm guessing because of who's involved, which is Kiss. This is mainly, although it says Kiss, but I don't think it's the whole band. It's like just Paul Stanley, I believe, from Kiss, because he's the only one I heard talk or anything. But this one looked a bit more sleeker, a little bit, something about the animation looked a little bit more with a budget. So at first I'm thinking, is this a movie? But it's 20 minutes long. It just looked a bit more, I don't know, just something about it. And this one is probably my favorite of the six What's New Scooby-Doo's that Lucas requested. Like from the get-go, like they're in the middle of solving a case. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Change of pace. We're in the middle, like, of the end of solving the case, and them catching the person and catching the bad guy. As they're doing the typical, explaining exposition, Shaggy like keeps looking at his watch. It's like in a hurry. And then when the guy starts saying, the catchphrase, you middling, Shaggy stops and goes, yeah, we did it. You middling kids. You would have gone away with one of us middling kids. Okay, come on, let's go. And he like drags them out. I was like, yeah, I thought that was a nice change of pace, and it's because he wants to get on the road, and then Shaggy gets in the mystery van and is driving, and Fred's like, well, wait a minute, usually I drive. As Shaggy's driving, and Fred's like freaking out more. He's like, no, don't drive like that, the clutch. And they all look at him, and he's like, Fred calms down. He's always like, man, I'm not used to sitting in the back. This is a bit different. So, I mean, it's a little bit meta, winky at the audience, but nothing too egregious or annoying. And I'm like, wow, this felt refreshing. It felt like a nice, fun change of pace. And the reason because is they're going to try to get to this Halloween party where it's at with Velma's uncle and aunt. And also Kiss will be there playing. And Shaggy's a huge fan of Kiss. As I won't get Kiss tattooed on my forehead. So the opening, like I said, being refreshing. Kiss. So at least there's a song I liked. It's not one of Kiss's best songs, but I liked the song they used, which was, I'm bad with names, Shout It Out Loud. Yeah, I want to say it's one of my favorite Kiss songs, but I liked it. And considering all the other songs in What's New Scooby-Doo I'm not a fan of, this was a nice breather. It's like, oh, I do like this. Velma's uncle is voiced by Diedrich Bader, who I like. He's been in a lot of stuff. He was, I think, the martial art teacher, or the self-defense teacher in Napoleon Dynamite. He was the lead guy's neighbor in Office Space, who would come in, had the big mustache. Fucking A. He was on the Drew Carey show as one of Drew's friends. He was the security guard chasing after Jay and Silent Bob and Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. He's been in a lot of stuff, so I do like him. So it's nice to hear his voice here. I do like you find that Velma's cousin, one of her cousins tried to hit on Fred, and you see Daphne's a little bit of her jealousy. So there's a bit that she keeps pumping this balloon more and more. And she keeps doing it till it pops, and it freaks out that girl. She don't like that she keeps hitting on Fred. So I like there's a little bit of dynamic there. Like compared to these other episodes, a little bit more to it. So the mystery is that they find these signs in the cornfields. That they look up top and they see all these crop signs, and they're wondering what's going on there. These patterns. What's weird is that this one has a laugh track, which no other episode in What's New Scooby-Doo has a laugh track. So I have no idea why they put a laugh track in this. Because I barely heard it at first. I'm like, is that what the fuck I think it is? Wait, what? I don't know why it has a laugh track. It did not need a laugh track, but just because they got kissed, like, and it was a Halloween episode, they try to put a little more effort into this. But I know one of the older Scooby-Doo, there's a part where there's a laugh track as well, but there's a reason why they took that off, because no one missed it. I do like the look of the villains, where these, like, they're scarecrows, but they wear jack-o'-lantern heads, and they got, like, knives and scythes and weapons, pitchfork for hands. So I like the look of the villains. I thought there was a nice design. And then you find out that they're robots. I'm like, okay. Then you kind of, I'm trying to figure out how they stop it, though. God, my memory's bad. I'm trying to figure out how they stop at the end. Because you find out, spoiler, that it's Velma's cousin, Marcy. Because wanted to ruin a Halloween because you guys keep doing it, and it's my birthday as well. Now, I don't know how the fuck she got all these robots. How she was able to create all these robots. Maybe they did explain, I don't remember. But, like, okay, it's Velma's cousin, but still, how the fuck do you get all these robots to do all this? There's a lot of fucking money and effort into this. Anyway. And you do see that she's not in jail, she's doing community service. And she's out there in the orange jumpsuit, pick up trash and stuff. So, it's not all the time where you see, like, what happens to the villain after the fact. As I said, the Kiss, like, they have the song, and, like, I believe it's Paul Stanley. Very, very, very few lines. Just in and out. That's it. But it was a fun episode to watch. Like I said, I liked all the elements I mentioned. I liked that it was a little bit... It did stuff a little bit more different compared to the episodes. It didn't feel as routine, as repetitive compared to with the other episodes. It's found the formula, but there's enough little changes here and there. Plus a decent Kiss song that it made much more palatable and entertaining to watch. So overall, I did like it. So, very cool. With that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later.